Hello, hello, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of April the 7th to the 13th. Whoops, let's see what we have here for our download message. All right. We've got take back your power, Pisces. That's what we need to do, I guess. Maybe we have been being a people pleaser. Maybe we've been playing it small. Maybe we've been letting somebody else call the shots. Not a good idea. So we're going to take back our power here. We're not going to continue doing that. Let's see what we have this week for us. Okay. Our first card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Look at all these aces. Ooh, we've got that Seven of Swords. We've got the beautiful Ten of Cups. And our final card is the Hermit. Okay, self-reflection. Yes, very much like us. Okay, so our first message from our download message from our guides and spirit is take back our power. So as I had said, maybe we've been sitting and taking the back seat. Maybe we've been a people pleaser. Maybe we've been coasting and letting the others make the decision for us. And it's time now for us to be in the driver's seat, in charge of that steering wheel and the direction we want to go. So this is about us stepping up into who we are and letting the powers that be know that. Coming in with our first card, which could be our career and our life card, we've got education. You may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. So interesting, Pisces. You're taking back your power and you're doing something that you want to do to improve yourself. And you're always doing that. You're researching, you're looking into things, you're changing all the time. You've reinvented yourself many times in many lifetimes, and now you're doing that again. So you may be learning a new form of, a new topic, a new form of study to add to your resume, or you could be teaching, preaching, and conveying other information to other people. Maybe there's a book. They say there's always a book inside all of us, and maybe you're thinking about starting to do that. Now, Pisces, you do have the Ace of Swords. That's seeing a clear sight line. If anything has been confusing to you, you haven't seen the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, it shows up. Okay? This is a new and exciting offer that comes in. Aces are the beginnings of all things. You have a true path line now to know exactly where it is you want to go. Beautiful. Coming in with your focus part of the reading, you've got slow and steady. Well, you know the old saying, right? The cliche, slow and steady wins the race. Well, this might be a time for easy movement and unhurried steps and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you a greater access to things, okay? So, and access to your dreams. Slowing down also allows you more contact with the things that you really want to do. So remember, life, anything in life is worth waiting for and working for, and Rome was not built in a day. Okay, look what you've got with that. Another ace, the Ace of Pentacles, and this is something new and exciting is about to enter our lives. And it could be maybe for some a new job, a raise, a new job description, a financial windfall, and taking those steps towards that goal and remembering that abundance and prosperity are possible, as I said, if we're willing to put the work in, right? We need to keep our eye on the prize and not let ourselves give up on our dream. We need to keep moving forward. Coming in with the center position, which is your challenge, you've got that never-ending story, okay? Sometimes this is a card of self-criticism and having a wounded ego and unnecessary drama we bring down on our own head. Maybe we're telling ourselves and we're falling into that hurt and loss and rejection mode where we feel as though things aren't working out in our favor. This is a card which I liken to the Eight of Swords, where it says, get out of your head, stop presuming and assuming that things are not going to work before it even happens. So step out of your way, Pisces. We need to do that. We need to get out of our head. But there could have been a situation that made us feel this way, and this is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is that card of deception, the liar, the cheater, the thief. Somebody, I always say it's the wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody comes into our life and they portray to be our best friend, and we find out they have ulterior motives. But they get caught at the end of the day. So remember, it's, sometimes Pisces gets taken advantage of because we believe in doing to others, right? And when someone does that to us, the hurt goes deep, the wound, the cut goes deep. But you're going to walk away from this situation, Pisces, and take back your power. Coming in with your messages from Spirit, you've got the card Creation. And it says you can create your own destiny, right? You're going to be industrious, and you're going to be able to also save money at this time so that you've got money left over to do the things that you want to do. So don't be afraid to do this. Take action and go after your goals right now and start creating what it is you want to do, because it will bring you happy ever after. Your hard work's going to pay off. Wow, you're taking back your control. This is peace and harmony within the family circle or your chosen family circle of friends. Being able now to make amends with any things that were unresolved or taken out of context in the family. Peace and harmony with your children, and all over well-being. And after the storm, we always wait, and we wait for the sun to come out, and we dream of that rainbow and that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, which could be time, effort, support, love, and maybe even money. Coming in at the end of the week, you've got the groundhog spirit. This is future energy and what's coming in. And it says it's time to let go. And you're doing that. You're letting go. And you're taking back your power. Okay. Endings lead to new beginnings. And death is a part of life. So Spirit, this card shows up to let you know that it's time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. Sometimes we love to hold on to what's familiar, right? We get in that comfort zone. But the new needs space to arrive, growth to come in, to come forward. So you need to let go of something so that something new can be born, something that will be far better than and serve you better right now. Sometimes change coming in is it's good. So let go of your resistance, okay? Spring into those blessings. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place, because Spirit's already sending it to us, apparently. Coming in underneath that, we have meditated, we have manifested, we have taken ourselves to that place in silence like the hermit, right? Seeking out the guidance of, higher self and the powers that be. Tapping into your spirituality, but also mentors who can guide you and help you cope through a situation. You're learning something new here, Pisces. Remember we talked about education? No, it's not the Hierophant, it's a hermit, I know. But you're learning something new that you're going to be able to take out into the world and convey to others, lighting the path for other people. You're innate healers, Pisces. We know that. We want to heal the whole world, and we get upset when we can't do that. So let's see what we have here for validation, verification, and for clarification. What do you need to see, know, and expect for your future for this week? Let's see what we have here, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces. Okay, we're going to cut the deck right here. And coming in with the beginning and that getting more education and working towards a goal, that new exciting thing, you have the Lovers. You might be doing this with somebody else. You might be collaborating with somebody else and partnering up with somebody else, whether it's in love or business. This is a card of sharing good communication, making good choices and decisions that is surrounded by someone you're attached to on an emotional level. Sometimes we don't always agree, but we can agree to disagree, and we can work that out with good communication. Some of you may be meeting somebody new who's very different from what you thought you would ever be attracted to. Don't be afraid to step out there. Coming in next, ooh, here we go. Double message, 7 of Swords. Things are going to work out, though. There's a new opportunity here. You walked away. I think you're walking away from this deception. And you're doing things right, so you never have to look over your shoulder either. Wow. Say goodbye to that deception. Coming in with this one again, you've got the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is, waiting for your ship to come in. Again, this is a card of duality. You could be partnering up. You could be planning a trip for business and or for pleasure, or combining both. But you're looking out towards your dreams, and this is a card, again, of duality. I think you're going to be finding somebody else to share this with or to collaborate with, possibly in this dream, this adventure, this project, or this new career job change. Coming in with the 10 of Cups, you're moving in a new direction. Yes, this is the 6 of Swords, leaving troubled waters and going to calmer shores. The worst is over. You've had to deal with some challenges here, Pisces. It was very difficult for you when you got betrayed in the past, and it hurt for a very long time. I always say when a Pisces gets hurt, the wound goes deep, very deep. It takes a long time to heal. Pisces, you're doing that, and you're going to see the happy ever after because you've chosen to leave that situation and move in a new one. Coming in with the Hermit and time to let go again, you have that 5 of Swords. Now, Pisces, don't get up in your head. Okay, this is the no-win situation. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Sometimes, you say to yourself, well, why did it have to come to this? Why couldn't we have been amicable? Why couldn't we have parted ways on a friendly basis? But often that doesn't happen. Okay, so beware of any battles you're getting involved in. If somebody's trying to make you a sparring partner, if it's happened, let it go and move on. It's time to let go. My beautiful Pisces, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. Always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And my beautiful Pisces, I will see you soon.